Hi, Wycliffe Barrett, Xplane dedicated. We're on an external shoot. We're here at St Fagans Castle in a wonderful part of Cardiff, one of my favourite places. I'm testing my new camera. This is the Canon G7X. If it's good enough for Casey Neistat, it's good enough for me.
What's your altitude? 2,000 feet on 1014, Bravo Bravo. Bravo Bravo.
We've got lots to talk about today, so it's going to be a bit of a different vlog. Not so much film or video, although I will put pictures in and I will put full descriptions in the links below, obviously. First up, I'd like to talk about LSGG Geneva. This is by the Pilots Plus group, and they are producing some fantastic sceneries, some absolutely superb airports, and their rendition of Geneva is excellent. It's one of the best I've seen for a long time. These guys are really getting to grips with producing airports, custom buildings, groundwork. They're using HD ground depiction, custom buildings, as I say. Absolutely fantastic, and it's massive. Geneva is massive. You've got the airport to start off with all surrounding buildings, etc., but they've also done a lot of work on the city as well. So not only are you getting the airport, but you're getting some of the city surroundings. There are boats out on the lake, there's tall ships out on the lake. Absolutely superb. There's some reworked roads around the airport. Looks absolutely brilliant. I've got one complaint about this airport, about this scenery, and that is the fountain in Lake Geneva. If you've ever been to Lake Geneva, there's a fountain which shoots something like about 100 feet high. They've tried to replicate this and it just doesn't work for me, I'm afraid. I think it just doesn't look right. You'll see in the pictures anyway, so I'll put in a load of pictures around about now with a little bit of music, with any luck, and you can make up your own mind. Coronado, they've done it again. Coronado replicating their aircraft. They've imported them over from FSX and ported them over into Xplane, and the latest one they've done is the Cirrus SR22 GTSX. This has been the fastest selling four-seater GA aircraft for the last 4 years in the real world, and that's because of the parachute system that comes with it. In fact, only last week I believe there was a piece of film where a pilot had to use the parachute system, and the plane came down on the parachute, and there was him and his daughter in the plane, and they were both able to walk away from it. So it's a system that works. Coronado, once again, they've hit the nail right on the head here. They've produced the G1000 primary flight display and the management flight display as well. So you've got two huge glass monitors within the cockpit. Looks absolutely brilliant. It's a little bit expensive. It's $34.95, but I would say that it's worth every single penny of it. It's got the GFC control unit. There's high quality 3D sound with it. It's absolutely brilliant, and they used high definition textures throughout, so that's 4096 by 4096. It's available through Xplane.org, as is Lake Geneva, or should I say Geneva Airport, and Geneva Airport is $24.95. I think I might have missed off the price. Moving along then to some freeware, and we've got Berlin Tegel version 1.0. There are a number of Berlin Tegels that have been produced, but this one is by a guy called Alfonso 60 or Alfonso 60. It's freeware, and it's a completely new version, he claims. It's got a large number of scenery libraries, though. That's the unfortunate thing. He's used an awful lot of object libraries, but when you download it, and it is free from Xplane.org, when you download it, there's details on all the different libraries he's used and how to get them, and of course you can use the library installer that has been made available. And I can't emphasize enough, it is really important that every library that is mentioned by any developer, you must get it, otherwise the airport will not look right, okay? So download that library, install it, and you can sort all that out, okay? Another airport that over the years has had quite a bit of work done on it, but never really seems to look just right, is Oslo. So ENGM, Echo November Golf Mike, Oslo Airport. That has been realised again, and this has been done by our friend TDG. As I say, TDG knocks out airports at an incredible rate. This one, it's a work in progress, but so far the work in progress is very, very good. He's released it. It's something to keep an eye on. Once again, it's from Xplane.org and it's freeware, so why not get it? I can tell you that there are at least 2 other Oslos in production that I'm aware of. There's one by XPDDG, and there is another one that's being produced, but I can't quite remember who's doing that one. So that's all stuff from Xplane.org. So you've got LSGG Geneva, you've got the Coronado Cirrus, EDT Berlin Tegel, okay, and ENGM Oslo. Those are all from Xplane.org, and I'll put links below in the description, okay? We're just moving away from freeware for a moment, so moving away from Xplane.org. I just want to mention SimHeaven. SimHeaven has been around for quite some time, and SimHeaven has been producing OSM sceneries or OSM databases for different parts of the world, different cities, etc. SimHeaven used to be free, but unfortunately the costs involved in keeping SimHeaven going have really rocketed, and so is now Donate. So if you can donate a couple of dollars, then please do so. That's www.simheaven.de, okay, and you can get all your World to Explain sceneries from there. They've all been updated to 2016, so and if you can afford to donate a couple of dollars, then please do so, okay? Because without the support of the community, these guys just cannot carry on working. The final thing that I really want to talk about is X-Camera. I've been talking about X-Camera quite a bit of late because I got it recently. Well, no, I got it over a year ago, but really couldn't get to grips with it. And then they released a new version, 2.11, I believe, or 2.1. Anyway, they released a new version which makes it a lot easier to use. And for those of you who don't know, X-Camera is very similar to EasyDock on the other flight simulator, and what it does, it allows you to create as many cameras as you want, or should I say different views that you want in Xplane, so you can scroll through the views. It's a strange setup. They call it they have categories and cameras, so you can have a cockpit category, an external category, a walk around category, an orbit category, flyby categories, or whatever. And for each category you can set up a number of cameras. Now it's a ridiculous amount of cameras that you can set up in each category. I think the most I've done in any one category is the pilot category for the X737, and I think I've got something like 13 cameras just in the cockpit, so I can move to one of 13 different cameras, and you can have smooth transitions and Bezier curves and all sorts of things. It's absolutely brilliant. I gotta say, it's one of the best packages that I've seen of this kind, and it does exactly what it says on the tin. It does exactly what it says it's supposed to do. Now the really interesting thing about X-Camera is that it's pay what you want, okay? You can download it for free. You've got a very limited number of functions, but still enough functions to get by, so you can download it for free. But then if you register it, by registering it you get a load more functions. You probably get 3 times as many functions again by registering it. You can pay whatever you want. You can pay anything from $1 upwards, whatever you think is fair, or whatever you think you can afford. So, you know, if you're a student or low income, then you pay maybe $1, maybe $5. But if you're employed or have independent means, then you pay what you think is fair. I think that $25 to $30 is fair. So I think I paid $25, and I believe anywhere between $25 and $30 would be very, very fair if you was in employment or you had income. But if you're a student or you're unemployed or on low income, then pay anywhere from $1 to $5, which is amazing. This is really different. No, I don't think I know of anybody else, any other developer of any other software that has this pay what you want feature. So you've got to support these guys. Stick and Rudder is absolutely brilliant. X Camera is fantastic, and you can get that from www.stickandrudderstudios.com. I'll put the full link in the description below, because I don't want to get it wrong. But pay what you want. Absolutely marvelous. This is Wycliffe Barrett, as always, Xplane dedicated, and we'll see you soon. Cheerio. Yeah.